Section 2.6, Understanding Amazon Aurora's Scalability and Elasticity Architecture. In this very short section, I'll elaborate a bit more on Amazon Aurora's scalability and elasticity architecture. We've already talked about Amazon Aurora's scalability architecture with the ability to scale up by increasing instance size and the ability to scale out with read replicas. But I wanted to touch on scalability for a couple more important reasons. First, scalability is not elasticity. Scalability is the capability of a system, network, or process to handle a growing amount of work or application traffic. One of the biggest advantages of Amazon Aurora is its ability to scale. Traditionally, relational database management systems had to scale by purchasing more and more hardware, guessing at how many servers, etc., would be needed at peak capacity. IT departments typically provisioned enough capacity to manage worst-case scenarios, and these servers usually ran 100% of the time. This approach to scalability can leave a significant amount of underutilized resources in the data centers most of the time, and inefficiency that can impact overall costs in many ways. Scaling up, or vertically scaling, which basically means buy a bigger box, meant higher costs for lower operational complexity. And at the top end, everything is proprietary. Scaling out, or horizontally scaling, would give lower costs by using commodity hardware and software, but is operationally complex because you have to implement the sharding and replication yourself. The goal of being scalable is to be able to be available to your customers as demand for your application grows. The other reason to bring up scalability again is to discuss elasticity. Elasticity, on the other hand, is defined as the degree to which a system is able to adapt to workload changes by provisioning and deprovisioning resources in an autonomic manner so that each point in time the available resources match the current demand as closely as possible. If too many resources are provisioned, you're wasting money, as shown here in the top right image. If your application traffic has predictable peaks in usage, the amount of resources can be provisioned with best guess. But more often than not, even if you do have periods of predictable peaks in traffic, you're bound to have unexpected peaks and changing periods of peaks, as seen in the lower left image. This leads to poor application performance and customer dissatisfaction. Amazon Aurora scales up to meet any peak in traffic, and then auto scales down when demand for your application is less, providing both great scalability and elasticity, and gets the two synchronous I/O tasks done whenever the application demand is low, no matter when that is, so that high elasticity is maintained regardless of the workload and changes in peaks. Quiz time for Section 2.6, Understanding Amazon Aurora's Scalability and Elasticity Architectures. Question: what is the best takeaway from this short chapter on Amazon Aurora's scalability and elasticity? A. Scalability is not elasticity. B. Elasticity is defined as the degree to which a system is able to adapt to workload changes. C. The goal of being scalable is to be able to be available to your customers as demand for your application grows. D. Amazon Aurora auto-scales up to meet any peak in traffic, and then auto-scales down when demand for your application is less, providing both great scalability and elasticity. Answer: D. Amazon Aurora auto-scales up to meet any peak in traffic, then down when demand for your application is less, providing both great scalability and elasticity. Explanation. Amazon Aurora is the first truly scalable and elastic relational database system, solving decades of limitations and frustrations, and is the best answer in regard to the specific question about Amazon Aurora's scalability and elasticity, whereas answer A is a generalized answer. This concludes section 2.6. Understanding Amazon Aurora's scalability and elasticity architectures. Coming up next is section 2.7, Understanding Amazon Aurora's fault tolerance.